Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are live here, Veteran Nation. As always, I'm the skipper. Joining me, as usual, is my colleague here to make fun of me and give me lots of grief. TC, how you doing this evening?
Did I get demoted? Like, because I used to be co-host, now I'm just colleague? And what's that?
You're the exalted colleague. How's that? Will you take it?
We'll go with that for now. So you spring these changes on me at the last minute. You are definitely an officer.
I try. What can I say?
Everybody who's coming over from my channel, please make sure you like this and share it out so that we need to get some non-Marines in here because I've been warned I'm surrounded tonight. So
Yeah, you've got three of us.
You're welcome.
So we're joined tonight by a couple Marines, and they do their own podcast called Homefront Sitrep. We've got David and Theory in here. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, yeah, thank you. Good
to be here. Good to have you guys. You guys are still kind of fresh to the whole podcasting world.
And look at that, and they already have better equipment than you.
Oh yeah, they're definitely picking it up way faster than I ever did.
So yeah, I started the podcast. Let's see, my first episode went live February 28th of 2023. So we're a little shy under 2 years going strong. But we do 2 episodes a week, Sundays and Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. We were doing 4 a week. I had 2 other veterans that were running those shows, but they started a nonprofit, so they kind of got busy doing their own thing. We're still looking for a couple of veterans to take over our Tuesdays and Thursday crew because there is a need for that many shows a week. Because there's not many veteran podcasts out there that focuses on the nonprofits that are helping veterans. So that's kind of where our main mission lies. But then we bring in great guests like Theory down here. He's a Marine Corps veteran and rapper who just signed with Big Homies Records out of Utah. So, yeah, I love it.
Well, I can tell you I will not be joining in any type of rap battle tonight. TC, will you?
He's like, no.
No. I tell you, he can drop some bars on you real quick.
Yeah, I've
that
been.
Sounds like working out with most Marines in the gym anyway. They just drop bars on you. Distracted. Screw.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. No, I do music. I do it, a few different genres, but mainly rap. And I've been doing it for about 5.5 years now. Almost, it'll be 6 years in February.
Nice.
And I that's kind of where the name Theory, it's TH30RY, because I was 30 when I started doing it. So I kind of little play on words, but music is my escape route and my coping mechanism for my stress and my anxiety, partially caused from military lifestyle, transitioning to civilian, so on and so forth. So it's just a beautiful thing. I think music's a great form of artwork, and if you can express yourself and spread a positive message, doing what you love to do and influence others to do the same, then that's a good thing, right?
Absolutely. I would like to point out that one of my channel subscribers, Snarky User, is here, and they said these 3 need to do remote live streams because I can't find a boat to pick them up. And another one of my subscribers, Nikki, said I'm supposed to ask you guys what's meaner than a Marine, and the chat goes by so fast here I can't keep up.
What's meaner than a Marine?
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, I don't know. My wife.
Oh, geez, dude. Oh, you said like a man who knows his wife doesn't watch his content.
No, she totally would. I think I connected my Facebook successfully, so I don't know. But no, she's great. She's great. That was a joke. She knows how to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I might be sleeping on the couch after that, but that's okay.
I don't know
You'd be
what would be meaner than a Marine. Really,
A Marine
honestly.
mom. I see it in the comments. Yes.
Oh yeah.
100%. I'm scared of my
Yes,
mom.
it takes a hell of a woman to raise a Marine. That's for damn sure. And my mom.
That's the problem. Most of the time, they weren't raised.
Hey.
Yeah,
My
actually,
mom-
my
my
mom
mom's
didn't
gonna
want
live
me to
to
join
200.
she didn't want me to join the Marines. She went with me originally to the Air Force recruiter, and the guy was like, "Yeah, you know, your ASVAB score was good, and this and that, and now we got to check your credit." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's a requirement. We're the only branch in the Department of Defense that checks your credit before you go in." And I'm just like, "Are you serious?" And
Well,
he was like,
that's
"Yeah."
because the Air Force doesn't have any credit of its own. So
Well, whatever. So that, you know, God's way of having me dodge that bullet, right? So, I had a friend in the Navy who gave my name to his Navy recruiter, and he hit me up and called me a not so nice word. I don't know what you're allowed to say and not allowed to say on this podcast. So, but he called me a
you'll
not so
find
nice
out.
word. Okay, he called me a not so nice word and said that I was too much of a female anatomy part. Let's put it that way, because I didn't want to join the Navy, and I was like, okay. So then my mom's like, anywhere but the Marines. I don't care where you go. I don't want you on the front lines. And I was like, fair enough. And I went into the Marine Corps recruiting office anyways when she wasn't around. And the guy didn't even ask my age. He didn't ask my, like, if I had any felonies or anything. You know, he didn't ask me my name. He was just like, how many pull-ups can you do? And I was like, this is the one. So I ended up signing him. My mom's like, I told you not to, and you just disobeyed me. And she couldn't be happier now. You know, she's super proud. But
Nikki, who asked the question, says that a Marine's daughter is meaner than a Marine.
I can also attest to that.
I saw a text exchange where a woman, she was clearly texting with a vet and said, "My son left for boot camp or left for MEPS today." And he responded with, "Spread them cheeks." And she goes, "What?" And he's like, "What?"
Yes. I remember all those days.
That's MEPS.
Theory's over there drinking energy drinks. I'm over here drinking vodka and zero.
I got a Sprite. I'm actually 10 months sober from alcohol.
Nice.
Oh, now I feel like I need to drink more for you.
Please do. No, I never really had a problem with alcohol, but I felt like it was affecting my creativity. You know, because when I did drink,
that's why it's safe for me to drink.
Yeah. Well, when I did drink, I didn't have an alcohol problem with needing to do it all the time. I had an alcohol problem with when I did start drinking, I didn't know when to stop.
Same.
So, you know, it was like, you know, I'll grab a 6-pack and I'll drink a 6-pack on the weekend, and then
you stop when you run out
to a 12-pack, and then, you know, you go buy another 12-pack, and before you know it, you're 19 beers deep and 5 shots of some random whiskey that showed up at your house somehow, and you feel like garbage the next day. And I didn't want to get in the studio. I didn't want to write. I didn't want to work on my schoolwork because I'm a student. I'm using my GI Bill. So I was just like,
You sure?
Stop it. So I
never mind.
So there's a question.
Got to get it out of the way.
Ready?
There's a question in chat. It's the second question. What is your favorite flavor? Mine would be red. So I just had to answer the question.
It's all wax. But it's still, they're equally good.
Yeah, they're equally good. Yeah.
So, well, Starbursts may not have wax too. So I mean,
same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. So we got Theory. What? I'm sorry. Up top.
Willis. Here. I go by Willis.
Willis. So, did you guys serve together, or you connected outside?
So, I run the podcast Homefront Sitrep, and Theory is a friend of Rick Ames, which they put a we put on a veteran and first responder suicide awareness concert. Theory happened to be there performing that night, and his music really resonated with me, and me and him connected after he got off, after he got done with his set, and me and him have been friends since. I've had him on my show, 4 or 5 times, and anytime I can get him out there to promote his music and what he's doing, because that's what we do at Homefront Sitrep, is we like to make those connections with VSOs and artists and stuff like that. So that's why when you guys asked me to come on tonight, he was the first person I thought of to bring on the show. I was like, he needs to come on with me. So,
which I appreciate.
Like a smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Skipper, you have a task. You need to find one of his
songs or something,
one of his tracks, and bring it up.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. You'll find a little bit of everything.
Well, we weren't asking permission.
Oh no, I'm all for it.
We better, because we could get copyright struck.
No. So I lease the beats that I do buy from other producers, so I have legal rights to be able to stream them. But I produce my own beats as well. So
give us a title of something that's viewable that you wrote yourself that we don't have to worry about.
Falling from Grace.
That's a good one too.
It's a TH30RY. The number 30 is in the name. A lot of people think it's the letter O, but it's a 0. Because then they hit me like, "Oh, I can't find you." And I'm like, well,
so while Skipper is looking this up, we are still looking for a Space Force veteran. I know that's embarrassing for a lot of you. So we are looking for a Space.
Thank you for
you guys are going to regret. You guys are going to regret this so bad.
Wait, was that really like a thing? Like they actually had service members serving in the Space Force?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
a real thing.
Yeah. It's a real.
I mean, I knew it was a real thing, but I wasn't sure if it was like a legitimate like DoD branch.
Oh yeah,
they split legitimate. They split a massive chunk of the Air Force off into the Space Force. It was,
fucking A.
If there was a branch that they could afford to split, I mean,
they've got sergeant majors and everything now.
Jeez.
The Wilbur. Yeah, who are you talking about? Is he on TikTok? He looks familiar.
I am on TikTok. If I look familiar, that's surprising to me because I haven't gone viral with anything yet. But
you're about to catch a virus.
Oh God.
Just FYI, you might hear it, for those of you guys on the show, you might hear a little bit of an echo when we pull this up.
I've been getting an echo from your side for the start.
The whole time, yeah.
On mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was just the reverberation.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was about the music industry as a whole and feeling like you have to change yourself to fit in with it and really get somewhere. You have to be somebody you're not. So I feel like if I have to do that, I'm falling from grace and changing myself. So this is my thoughts on it.
Can't seem to escape this fate. Try pleasing the masses just to be told that my music ain't even great. It's way below average, people so cold, and how many followers you get defining success. It's crazy to think how I do what I love for a living, but somehow I still don't feel blessed. Ain't get enough views on that clip that I posted a week ago. God damn, must mean that I suck. Meanwhile, the video trending right now is a girl on the gram say she down to get fucked. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, I'm posting my content, crossing my fingers for luck, and hoping they playing my songs, but hundreds of streams will still only get you $1. So how in the hell do I win? Do I change who I am? Do I put out an album by selling drugs, fucking bitches, foreign cars, all the riches, gang, Glocks with switches? Maybe they'll love it and I can go viral, but is the fame worth it if I'm losing myself in the process, forcing my heart and my head in a downward spiral? I feel like I've been losing myself for far too long. Far too long. Far too long. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave, but I don't really even know what I've to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change. But I gotta adapt, the old way don't work no more. So I gotta change up the grind before I get left behind. I'm already midway to 40 and worried I'll never be hitting my prime. You tell me to always stay true to myself, but then when I do it, I'm wasting my time. Just give me a sign. I don't wanna change, don't wanna conform, but I know I gotta do something and soon, cause then if I don't, I'm breaking the norm. And fuck social media, all of that hatred been bringing me down. I go to perform and post up a reel to show how I did, then get all these messages about how I'm corny. Nobody does that, you should just stop. Put out the song, I bet you it flops. Hang up the mic, your flow is too basic, no wonder your Spotify listeners dropped. This is the shit that I get for pursuing my passion, thinking one day I'm a pop, and maybe I might, but all that I know is I'm gonna continue to rise to the top. I ain't losing myself. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave, but I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do.
Thank you to everybody in the comments. I see all you guys.
I threw your TikTok and mine out there as well.
I appreciate you guys playing that, and I appreciate everybody in the comments for saying that they liked it. Thank you.
Bro, that was sick.
Thank you. Thank you. I produced that beat myself. I'm in my studio right now. And it's in a big shed in my backyard. And my wife and my roommate, excuse me, who's also an artist with me, they helped me put all the insulation, like the soundproofing insulation and everything in here. And we turned this into my studio, and I made that beat one day, and I was making it with the intention of selling it. And I was like, I kind of like it. Let me write a hook for it, or a chorus, as some people call it. And so I wrote it and I recorded it. And I was like, yeah, maybe somebody will buy it with my voice on it. Who knows? You know, if you want a theory feature, here's your chance. And then I was like, I kind of want to get a verse written. I'm feeling this. And I wrote a verse and I recorded it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep the song.
We're getting some rubber banding on you, Theory, just so you know.
Rubber banding.
Yep.
Like where it robots out a little bit.
Oh, hold on.
You're sounding better now.
Okay. I was hoping that the auto tune wasn't still on.
Now, this is your professional YouTube right here?
Yes. Yes.
So you want everyone who's watching.
Everybody, yep. Everybody needs to go over there.
Yeah, thank you. I would appreciate it.
Somebody throw that link up.
I don't have a
YouTube
way
link
to
in the
comment in Restream. I can't respond to comments, so that's why I
Yeah,
would have
that's
responded to
very odd.
everybody's comment, but I was just putting up little prayer hands.
If there's any you see that you want me to highlight, let me know, and I'll throw it up on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, as for right now, you can just do the YouTube. I'm more active on TikTok, not TikTok, on Instagram than anything. My Instagram handle, I can put it in the private chat.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll put it.
Channel mods, we need to get all of his links, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and we need to be spamming the chat with his with all of his links. I will be linking his channel to my channel.
Hey, thank you guys.
Bro, you want to drop an intro song for me sometime, you let me know. I will promote the hell out of you. You're good.
Thank you, man. I'm always down, man.
I'm broke though, so you get what you get. So.
no, and that's the thing. Like with me right now, I'm at a very weird crossroads, with the music, because being an independent artist, I've been doing it for not that long, but I also I know that I have a gift for it, and I know that I'm talented with it, and I'm confident enough in my abilities to where I know my worth. But I also am way too nice and humble about it. And it's like, I don't even know what to tell people when they ask me, like, how much do you charge for this? Like, sometimes it makes me uncomfortable because I don't want to come off like a D-bag where I'm just like, oh, like $5,000 and you get a verse. It's like, I'm not at that level yet. I don't have the following yet. I don't have, but now that I'm signed to a record label, thank you, by the way, congratulations on your 10 months. I appreciate that. That was a big thing. But now a record label, and it's an independent record label, but they're doing a lot of really big things. 2025 is going to be a big year, but I've become a little more comfortable with it. But I wouldn't charge you for something like that, man. If you want me to do an intro thing for you, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my intro.
Yeah, well, you want one, Brian wants one, and I sent him a couple songs already because I was like,
Willis,
look,
you do Willis first.
Give them all the same one and just don't tell them.
yeah.
Well, I should be careful asking for intro music. He should probably check out some of my content first. Then he may be like, "No, dude, I don't want to go to jail."
You're not a Marine, right?
No.
Okay. It's gonna be $200.
I'll pay you with my Space Force retirement.
Okay, that's fair. I'll hold you.
I just had to find somebody in the Space Force to beat up and take their lunch money.
All right, that's fair.
I'll tell you one of Theory's songs that it really hits home is Rain.
Rain is an old one, but a good one.
Oh, God. It hits hard. Yeah, you just have to listen to it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I wrote that a long time ago. A buddy of mine made me that beat, and years ago. This is like 4 years old. And when I first started, it was like within my first year or so. And I ended up doing a song based off, like, it was a concept song, and I wrote it from the perspective of a Marine who was killed in action, and he wakes up and he's dead, and he's up in heaven, and he's watching his family, like his daughter and his loved ones, and the tears that he's crying is the rain that's falling, and it's a really deep song, and it seems to resonate a lot with the veterans. I've lost a couple good friends of mine. A couple of them were to veteran suicide. So
I just want you to be aware you are in the presence of greatness. Mav, who is one of my show producers, and when I say one of my show producers, he's on my Subscribe Star, and he's at top level of support on my Subscribe Star, so he gets show producer credits for me. He's commenting. So normally he's a show producer who tries to distance himself from my content. I think he's paying me to shut up most of the time. But
hey, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show the Homefront Sitrep YouTube here.
And
because
channel mods, we need to be spamming the chat with this as well.
I want all the Veteran Nation fans. Make sure you go over to their YouTubes and make sure you're subscribing. We're going to show them the love.
Did you just say the YouTubes?
The YouTubes. Well, because there's 2 YouTube channels.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Rich LaMonica with the Misfit Nation. He just threw a comment out there in chat as well. Rich LaMonica with the Misfit Nation. The reason Homefront Sitrep does video podcasts is because of Rich LaMonica. So
I was on his show as well too. He's an awesome guy. So how you doing?
So he's an Army guy. Rich LaMonica is an Army guy. He's a retired Army. He is working at Fort Campbell. He travels around and does Army training. He says. Army training. He'd be
join the Army.
Join the Army.
Yeah, I've got the soundboard here, so you'll see. I like to play with it as the show goes on, so you'll.
I love it.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time he's had to warn people. He likes to play with it.
I love it. So. I love it. I'm all about it.
Since you'd like to play with your soundboard, here, watch this.
Yeah, we can't
hear that.
No, yours.
Y'all can't hear that.
Shit. Yeah.
It was playing Snoop.
Fun fact to make you feel
No, we're
real
not
good.
homosexual, but we are willing to learn.
Oh my God. Why am I not surprised that a Marine has that on?
Turn my mic up just a tad.
Fun fact down there, the Army was one brother walk into their recruiting office. And you know why? True story. I saw
Here we go.
a massively overweight guy in his camis, and I was like, that looks gross. No offense to, obese people, but I was like, no. If I'm gonna look like a military man, I want to look
like
Tatum.
Yeah, I turned it up just a little bit. Is that better?
I'm sure that there were plenty of obese. Yeah.
It was funny.
Spawn Trooper says, TC, take that bloody thing off him. Take which bloody thing off? Are you talking about Skipper's chin ponytail?
No, he's talking about the
chin
soundboard.
ponytail.
The other night, me and Spawn Trooper, we were doing an interview, and he was talking with the interviewee, and I was just playing.
You mean he was actually interviewing the interviewee?
Yes,
and you were playing. Like a normal officer, especially a Marine.
This is for Rich.
4 hours live Friday night. It was crazy. Wow. I normally can't stream that long. I got to get up.
AVA is overweight in camis is a normal weekend at the Airsoft field. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a really good Airsoft team name. Overweight in cami.
Skipper, you're Skipper. This is you need to. Your sound is terrible. You need to either get right back up on your mic, like you're kissing your bunkmate.
Do I sound far away?
Yeah, you sounded like far away. You sounded like somebody stuck your head in a plastic bucket and filled it full of water.
Yeah, this thing is directional. I might have to switch it out.
You guys have at least two new, or at least each channel has a new subscriber. I went and subbed right away. Awesome. So
yeah, I've been seeing notifications on my phone down here. I got my phone leaning against my iMac. So thank you for those of you who subscribe.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you more than you know.
One of my channel members sent me a message already, liking his music. It actually was pretty good for rap. So
yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny out here. Like, I say like rap, like, and I'm like, no, I assume that it's and I play it, or they play it, and then it's like, dude, yeah, you're good. Like you got talent, you're going somewhere, and I'm just like, yeah, thank you, I appreciate it.
Sky Angel is crushing on you already.
Sky Angel, your music is so fine, sir. Oh, thank you. Thank you. At least the music is. Belinda, thank you as well. The music is so fine. Good, I can't tell. I can't say the same about my face.
Well, right now it's distorted.
Oh, is it?
I
did get my beard, so.
Are you in the path of the hurricane, or what? What's going on down there? Because
no, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky.
You didn't say it right. It's Louisville.
Louisville.
No, it's Louisville. It sounds like you're like gargling water, like Louisville. It's Louisville.
So he's a transplant. He's originally from Chicago.
Yeah,
so
I'm originally.
I would have never guessed with all that stuff on the wall behind him.
Yeah, I grew up Wrigley Field, so I'm a huge Cubs fan. Born and bred. And then I never left home until I was 22, and I joined the Marine Corps. And I tried living back there again after I got out. I was in from 2010 to 2015, and in 2017 I tried to move back and live there. I lived there for like a year and a half, and I was like, yeah, screw this. It's too expensive. It's too much crime. It's too much nonsense. I have a 5-year-old daughter at the time. Now she's 9, so I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go settle down somewhere else.
Skipper, you need to bring up rain because I have people from my channel that are wondering what they missed. They missed all the fun. So let's bring up rain.
Okay.
And to watch a bunch of grown men cry.
Oh God, rain. Okay, so the funny thing is about older music.
The funny thing about the song that's going to make you cry.
No. So older music of mine, like we just heard "Falling from Grace," and like my older music, I hadn't found my sound yet, right? I hadn't found my voice. I hadn't found my flow. The content is good. I sound like I'm speaking. Like I sound like I'm reading my lyrics off my phone. Like you didn't really have much emotion in it, and it just wasn't.
Because you probably were reading your lyrics.
100%. 100%.
So, trust me, if you go back to the early days of my channel, like the very first video I put out, shut up, Skipper.
I forgot I was going to do that.
If you go back and you put up my earliest video, like the very first video, the morning I launched my channel and drove up to a lockdown protest, you'd be like, this guy has continued to survive and actually is now beginning to thrive on YouTube. It's a miracle. Low IQ, low info dullards can actually make this work. So like,
speaking of thriving, we've got 200 people all told watching us right now. Make sure you're hitting the like, share,
and that's not counting the people coming over from my channel, because this does not count my people.
Actually, it does. I have
the
numbers. Yeah, we got double digits of your fans in here.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, make sure you like, share, follow, all that good stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I connected my Facebook to this too, so man,
we do.
And as per normal, whenever I restream our show, Skipper, I lose at least one subscriber. So
well, hopefully you gain some new ones from our people.
They can't take my humor.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Because you don't have any.
multiple, sadly.
So yeah, let's play this.
Oh shit. The fuck happened? Is that me?
Looking down at myself from what I thought was just a dream, come to realize I took 2 shots to the head, and now it seems like everything I had was taken from me, all in just the blink of an eye. I guess I really took a hit from my team, but they my brothers and I never hesitate to jump in front of flying bullets, take grenades and all the triggers pulling, fight until I couldn't. Now I've taken my last breath. I shouldn't have regrets, but I can't seem to get past death. I'm gone way too soon, and now I'll never see my kid again, and that shit breaks my heart to know my wife just lost her best friend without her saying goodbye. I know my mama would cry, her only son inside a wooden box, a heartbreaking sight. My dad knew what I signed up for, but that don't change the fact he lost his little boy, and now he'll never ever get him back. So as I look on all my loved ones, wishing I could ease the pain, they're gonna feel the tears that I've been shedding, falling like the rain, yeah. Everyone wants happiness, but never want the rainy days, even though the rain can wash away the pain from yesterday, yeah. The sun will shine another day, yeah, yeah. When the storm's over, just look up and I'll be smiling down in the form of colored skies, rainbow shining all around, yeah. That's how you know I'll be around, yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I wish I could've told my daughter that I loved her one last time before I left. Now she's gonna be upset, she gotta marry me at 25 and lay me down to rest. I never get to see her go to school and ace her first test, teach her how to ride a bike or tell her she's the best thing that ever happened to me. Shit's depressing, I've abandoned her, and now her mother gotta raise her all on her own. I give her credit cause she's strong, but no one likes feeling alone. I should've fought a little harder for that plane ticket home. Tried my best to stay alive, and I just want them both to know I do it differently, but God thought it was my time to go. Clearly he ain't had no plans for me to keep me down below. Hope you keep the faith that life experiences help you grow. Hope you hold your head up high whenever the devil starts to show. So I watch over y'all and try to keep you safe from all the pain. The tears I spill fall down from heaven every time you feel the rain, yeah. Everyone wants happiness, but never want the rainy days, even though the rain can wash away the pain from yesterday, yeah. The sun will shine another day, yeah, yeah. And when the storm's over, just look up and I'll be smiling down in the form of colored skies, rainbow shining all around, yeah. That's how you know I'll be around, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see you crying every day and it's hard. You never get to see me ever again except when you stare at the stars. Just know I'm looking down, watching while you live in your lives. And
and everyone is praying that I'm there when struggle arrives. There's a lot I wish I could take back, but nothing hurts more than watching from up above. I've left all the ones I love. I went from having a bright future to straight black. I never get to live the life I wanted anymore, and that's straight facts. My fears came to life, but I faced that. Was always scared of dying young after I signed the line on that contract. I know I served a bigger purpose, but I always thought that I'd come home after the war. Now I'm in front of heaven's door, asking God to send me back to do it all over again, so I can say the things that I never said to family and friends. He just looked at me and smiled and said he'd bring a hurricane to show the ones close to my heart how much I missed them with the rain. Yeah, everyone wants happiness but never want the rainy days, even though the rain can wash away the pain from yesterday. Yeah, the sun will shine another day. Yeah, yeah. And when the storm's over, just look up and I'll be smiling down in the form of colored skies, rainbow shining all around. Yeah, that's how you know I'll be around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the sun will shine another day. Yeah, that's how you know I'll be around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The sun will shine another day. Yeah, that's how you know I'll be around.
Yeah, that's your yeah, that's better than anything Skipper and I did our first few shows.
Yeah, that song just cuts, man. It just
Again,
cuts.
thank you to everybody in the comments. I've been reading. I still can't figure out a way to respond, but thank you all so much for,
Hey, on
for
your
the
personal
positive
phone,
feedback.
Yeah,
your
go to your
personal phone,
Facebook
go to
page and
YouTube.
comment in the stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
or go to my stream because I'm streaming it on my Facebook on Homefront, and you can comment from there.
okay, cool. Let me turn the volume down. But yeah, I just wanted to say.
And you got a Brit
thank you.
Brit liking this, and everybody knows that British rap really sucks. Well, I love
Yeah,
you, Spawn, you know.
I've been man, and all of it, I appreciate it so much more than anybody really knows, man. It's the best feeling in the world to hear that people truly resonate with the music and they like it. So I got a lot of content up. If you follow me on anything, if you choose to follow me on anything, you know, I'm all over TikTok, I'm all over I mean, you can find my music on any streaming platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, anywhere. And then obviously YouTube. And but I mean, if you follow me on TikTok, or if you choose to follow me Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know, I have a lot of different content. I got a lot of really cool stuff in the works, and a lot of different styles of music. So, you know, hopefully you guys all enjoy.
There was a comment just a little bit ago. She said her dad's name was David Willis, and he passed away in 2022. So I want to say condolences to you, and that's super cool. I'm a junior, so I know there's umpteen million David Willises out there. That's why I had to put junior on the end of mine. But if you're looking for another one of Theory's good songs to play, Life of the Party is a good one, or Groovy Freestyle. Groovy Freestyle is another good one. Those are a little bit more upbeat, really good, but he's got all kinds of good songs. You just got to go follow him on all social media platforms. And then Freak Show's another good one too. Now that features Joey, his roommate, his name is Berserk, and his voice, oh my Lord. When you see Joey, when you see Joey, you're like, oh, he's going to have a normal voice. But when Joey sings, dude, it's deep. It's deep. He's our little leprechaun.
Yeah, it's a very deep voice. But yeah, the Life of the Party and Freak Show both feature him.
And I don't know if any Skipper tell Spawn I don't smile.
Yeah, it's just one of those things he just doesn't do.
I just don't.
They need Theory's Facebook link, as they're saying.
Oh,
I sent. Just so you guys know, I did send. If you didn't see it, I sent my show email. Yeah, reach out to me, and we will get you guys out into my crowd. Not quite as big as our joint endeavor here on Veteran Nation, but it's a different crowd at the same time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I mean, if if people want to just look me up on Facebook, it's just Theory. It's TH30RY. You have to put the number 30 in the name,
I
otherwise you won't
expect
find it.
all of my channel people to head over to find you guys all on your different media.
Yeah, if you like the music, if you like
Yeah,
the music,
on
you want to hear
on Tik-
more, please.
yeah, on TikTok, I'm at Homefront Willis. There is a Homefront Sitrep. I don't use it. I use my personal one mainly to do everything with Homefront Sitrep. And then on Facebook, we got a public group, and we got our public page and a private group as well. So,
Is this your hair theory right up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am now following.
Yeah, thank you.
And there you go, everybody. That's his Facebook page right there.
Yep. Got quite a few different tunes for all different genres. I got some music. I'm actually in the works of doing like a hard rock EP just for fun. I went to Louder Than Life last weekend, and I was like massively inspired. So 4 days of metal and rock music just live, and it was the greatest experience. It was my first time going to Louder Than Life, and I will never miss Louder Than Life ever again. And I was just really inspired, so I ended up choosing to do a hard rock EP. So I just picked out the instrumentals and bought them, and I'm going to be writing and recording and really kind of pushing the limits of my vocals and kind of seeing what I'm capable of and having some fun with it. But if y'all liked what you heard so far, those two songs, I got some more upbeat ones. I got some party songs. I got some ones where I'm kind of flexing the pen a little bit and showing off the wordplay and everything else. So,
yeah, you got some. His music stays in my truck. When I get in my truck and connect it to my phone,
I just want to see the looks on the people when you drive by this white guy blaring rap from his truck.
Oh, dude, I get looks all the time, man.
You remember Office Space?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I get looks all the time.
Hey Willis, what Facebook are you streaming this from?
Homefront Sitrep, the public page.
Sitrep? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for it on yours, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's on the Homefront Sitrep page.
Okay, so.
But yeah, so I got into podcasting because. So, backstory on me, real quick. 2004.
You mean this isn't all about theory tonight?
It is.
No,
it is, but
please, not all about me.
So I got out of the Marine Corps in 2004, and like most veterans, I lost that sense of purpose, that sense of camaraderie. So I started doing veteran charity work, and whether that would be going in and rehabbing a home and giving it to a homeless veteran with. I can't even think of the name of the organization right now. Just lost. But anyway, we go in, rehab a home, give it to a homeless veteran, and then taking food to homeless veterans on the streets, and taking socks and stuff during the wintertime and stuff like that. That helped. That was good therapy for me and building that camaraderie with other veterans that were volunteering as well. And my last VSO that I was with, I actually joined the board, and I was sergeant at arms, and I started a program to build tiny homes for homeless veterans. Well, the founder of that organization took my project and ran with it and took all the credit for it, which I don't really care about the credit. But when he started pushing me out and not let me have anything to do with a project that I brought to him, me and him just didn't see eye to eye. So I resigned in 2020, and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? I started falling down in that rut. Now, when I was in the Marine Corps, the Marine Corps said, hey, you're an alcoholic. Of course, I was drinking a fifth of whiskey a night. And
like I said, the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
They sent me to detox. So I started going down a rabbit hole and started drinking a little bit heavier. And I was like, man, I need to do something. So I started a podcast. And this is my therapy, doing a podcast and helping and talking to different veteran service organizations from around the country, and different, veteran singers, veteran authors, veteran business owners. Yeah, Operation Victory. My wife is in comments. She said Operation Victory. That's what the name of that organization was. And so doing a podcast is my therapy and helping one veteran at a time because, you know, it's that one veteran that we've slipped through the cracks. That's what keeps me up. Listen at it. That's what keeps me up at night is that missing that one veteran and doing this podcast and talking with other veterans and other like-minded people like I am when it comes to wanting to help veterans. That's why I do the podcast, and I've had some great guests, and I got some great guests lined up. So
That's awesome. TC, care to list all the charity work you do?
No charity work either. 300.
No, he does. TC does good stuff. Especially the best thing about TC is he now does chicken streams, and I love them.
Why are you laughing, Willis?
I'm a little nervous to ask.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Willis?
Because I'm trying to figure out what chicken streams are.
Yeah, you want to laugh about my All right. That's fine.
What is chicken streams?
Oh no, you just wait. You just no. We got something
in your room.
We got something for you.
Hey, I like.
He's got chickens with laser beams on their heads.
Oh heck!
Skipper.
Freaking chickens with
Put that up.
laser beams.
Put that up. Tell him to mess with the girls. Tell him.
Putting it up.
Oh hell! What did we get ourselves into, Theory?
I don't know. What did you get me into? What is going on here right now?
Oh, I'm scared.
No, this is awesome.
My wafers.
This is awesome. Thank you both for all three of y'all for thinking of me and having me on here with you guys. This is the chicken stream.
This
is just a short.
They sound sad.
Yeah, they need some theory.
You don't know.
Are you not feeding them?
I'm feeding them small neighborhood Marines.
They understand that they will eventually be the food.
Hey, look, it's my buddy Chris Elder.
I'm spoiled, so don't feed them me.
These are genetically modified mutant chickens. They're self-planting and reproducing. What you're seeing.
Nice.
No, I have illegal backyard chickens, and it's now become a source of contention between me and the city that I live in. So.
Okay.
No. The city wants me to get permission from my neighbors, written permission from my neighbors to have my chickens, and then after I get written permission from my neighbors, I can go and pay the city to give me permission to have the chickens that my neighbors have already given me permission to have. And now it's just become a stubborn thing. So now every Saturday and Sunday, I stream my chickens to my YouTube channel for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and people will just come in and watch the chickens. AVA, Veterans Affairs Media, is in here. His kids fall asleep just to the sounds of the chickens.
Nice. I love chickens. I might just come and watch it too.
I like chicken too.
Just like when he served in our military, TC is currently out of regulations.
Typical Army guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So most cities will not let you have what they consider farm animals within city limits. I know the town that I live in, you're not supposed to have farm animals within city limits, but I don't think anybody ever pushes the issues or pushes.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm known for, pushing the issue.
Well, I'm talking about like neighbor wise. Like there's people in my neighborhood that has chickens in their backyard and nobody says anything. So
I have taken to using my security camera footage when I have random stray cats that just show up in my yard at night and are clearly interested in the chickens, but they're locked up. Now I literally every night I download the video of the cats that show up in my yard, upload it to Facebook, and tag my city and check in with my city and going, what are you going to do about all these cats since you're coming after my chickens?
Right.
So yeah.
I
might to the man.
I might be known as that guy.
That guy.
You're the
You're
crazy
that
cat guy. I love the subtle little inputs. They're so perfect. That's awesome.
Well, his timing is nothing if not practiced.
There you go. Somebody's got the song Kung Fu Fighting going through their head.
Kung Fu Fighting. Damn it, now I'm going to have it stuck in my head, so thank you.
Hey, Gary, you should tell them your new song title.
Oh, the Crab Trap?
There's an issue with your Apple Music account.
No.
To resolve this, check that your account is up to date in the settings app.
This is why he can't have a soundboard. You can't have a conversation with him on that soundboard.
My wife says Candace, we can get cows.
Candace wants. Oh, dude, my wife wants a whole farm. I have to daily remind her no.
Hey, so you and your wife need to come out here, and I'll take you over to my friend's house, and they have cows, horses, chickens, pigs.
No,
a little bit of everything.
Because you're gonna encourage that behavior, and I won't stand for
it. You wait till you discover chicken math. You think dog math is bad?
Yeah,
chicken
I have
math.
3 dogs right now, and
dog math.
I want to just open my gate one day.
Yeah, one treat.
And just have them run.
One treat is only one treat until you add the second treat. Then that's actually only 0 treats. Because the second treat negates the first treat. That's dog math. Chicken math is worse. If you have 1 chicken, you don't have enough chickens, so you have to have another chicken. When you have 2 chickens, you need at least 4 more chickens because you can't have a flock with just 2 chickens. So if you had 4 chickens and then you have your 6, but then you can't have just 6 chickens because there are other chickens that don't have homes.
You lost me at just having chickens.
Yeah, that's just like it's chicken math. I thought I was just getting chickens because I wanted eggs because eggs were like $8 a dozen for me, and I'm like, I'm just going to buy chickens, and now it's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
You guys will like this. The weird animal I want is a camel, and it's going to make sense in just a second.
No.
I live in 29 Palms.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember 29 stumps.
So I want to be the guy riding a camel around town.
That would be awesome.
Look at the comment my wife just threw up in there. Girl math gets me a beach house. No need for chicken math.
Until you get your first chicken, Julie. I'm telling you.
Well, no, she wants to move to Tampa area. I'm like, bro, there's hurricanes all the time.
Yeah.
Are you lots of land for sale next week?
Yeah.
And do you not like understand? Yeah, that's what it sounds like right now over there. My godfather just moved him and his wife to Miami because their son is going to University of Miami. But they like uprooted their whole lives and moved to Florida. And the same year that they do that, Florida gets black 2 weeks apart by 2 super strong hurricanes. And it's like, that's and crazy enough. I know Willis has known this about me because I've been a guest on his podcast before. But a hurricane is actually how I ended up in Louisville, Kentucky, because I was stationed out in New River. Camp Lejeune area in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and we were
kid that just started working with me was stationed at New River.
Yeah, no, it's like the worst freaking place on the planet. I hate that
unless
place.
Unless you get assigned to the beach duty.
I didn't like the Outer Banks either. I would much rather stay in 29 Palms the rest of my life than the Outer Banks.
Yeah, we didn't have, the Marine Corps doesn't have beach duty anything. We didn't get to do any of that. At least that I knew of. But no, we after I got out in 2015, and like I said, I tried to move back to Chicago for a little bit back home, and that didn't work out. So my wife and I, we've been together for 11 years. We met in 2013. We got married in 2022. So it took us 9 years, but yeah. So in 2018, I moved back to Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is where my wife is from, and they ended up having a Hurricane Florence, and that's how we ended up moving to look out the storm. But our place got ruined, and we had nowhere to go back to, so we started fresh here. I won't ever live on the coast again.
You've started my channel talking about wild camels. Thanks.
Someone has McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I'm talking about you, bro.
Me?
Yeah, because you keep glitching.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Like I keep pausing.
Line out there. Yeah, you keep your internet keeps going in and out. Your Wi-Fi does.
Well,
even if you have good Wi-Fi, sometimes it'll do that. That's when I started podcasting. That was one of the first things I learned. I got a 50-foot Ethernet cable and took it out a window around my house and in through another window simply so I could plug in through Ethernet.
Yeah, I don't have any way to get a line out here except now Willis.
You do. You just have to dig a hole, which I know you can do. So
6 foot.
I do still have my e-tool.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, your little foldable shovel.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Before Yellowstone, before the show Yellowstone came out, you used to say dig a hole, and people knew what that meant. Now you
got to say go to the train station.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I've never heard that.
You never watched Yellowstone?
No.
Skipper,
you need to watch
him.
Whenever they have to get rid of a body, they take him.
Never mind, everybody. Don't go to his channel.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So
might be time. Theory might be time to turn the crazy down just a little bit.
All right, I'll do my best.
The other two get that.
Yeah, I got it right away.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Look, Julie says, Theory, I know a cable guy. Have Willis help you. She's a day late and $1 short to the conversation.
Well, the chat tries to keep up with us.
Yeah, I can do it. I can run you a new line out there.
That would be super awesome. It's not gonna make my internet bill go up or anything, is it?
No, it's just an Ethernet line from your modem router wherever you got it outside to your building.
Yeah,
I've got one that you plug in next to your router, and you plug in the Ethernet to that, and then it distributes it on your
power over
network, where you then plug in another part, and it plugs into my
it's a PoE system. But
you can only do it once. You can't do multiple ones.
Yeah. Well, all I need is the one, because I mean the studio is used for exactly that. I just come out here and I don't really use it for much except when I'm doing stuff like this. I don't need Wi-Fi to do any of the music. Yeah, I don't need any of that. So.
Yep, this is a Powerline Wi-Fi extender by Belkin. That's what I got. I think. I think I paid $35.
Okay.
It's Ethernet over power is what it is. It's
Ethernet is that direct connection. I had to do that with my PlayStation 5 because I started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 online, and I hated playing Call of Duty online because I always sucked at it, and I kept glitching. And my buddy's like, "Dude, plug in your PlayStation to a direct LAN connection to the back of your router." And I was like, "Is that really going to make a difference?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude." So I did it, and I have yet to glitch ever.
Yeah, it's much
the greatest thing.
And Robert, you're right. PoE is power over Ethernet, and then Ethernet over power. Yeah.
And I've got Wi-Fi routers on both sides. On one side of my house, I've got one Wi-Fi name. On this side of the house, I got another one. But I can connect all my stuff on this side without any issues.
Yeah.
Skipper, I don't know what's going on with your audio.
Yeah, it's weird because on my side,
What's it doing?
Did your air conditioner kick in? Well, it looks like I don't know. You know, maybe you're not glitching. Maybe there's just a spirit in the room with you right now.
Yeah, you look real fuzzy
There
right
might
now.
be.
So,
I hate you guys. Now I'm over here tweaking the fuck out. And it's Halloween month. Spooky season.
Spooky month.
No, I got Krusty the Clown over here. He's keeping me safe. He's passed out next to a Duff beer can.
It's not like the Bears are going to give you any kind of defense.
I can't disagree with that.
But that's okay. Don't worry, Minnesota fans. Minnesota might be 5-0 now, but there's still plenty of time for them to choke. So,
I just realized something. Lions, Vikings, Bears. Okay, Willis, what's your team?
So NFL, it'd be Falcons.
I was going to say
Oh,
Cowboys.
I thought we were all going to be NFC Central.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't like Cowboys.
I pegged you as a Cowboy fan.
you can't use the phrase like "I pegged you" anymore. It's just
Hey, do you want to know how? I really got on his podcast?
No,
$20,
$20 now.
not after I pegged you.
Hey, man, $20 is $20. All right.
Oh hell!
I can tell we got Marines on the show tonight.
We don't know what you're talking about.
The Marine Corps
Willis.
showed me enough wiener.
No, we're not homosexual, but we are willing to learn.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
I love that one.
In all seriousness, now we got a room full of vets, and we got vets watching, and we got other people who are very ultra small government types and whatnot, and people that hail a little bit from left to center and a little bit of right of center, and people like me who are whacked out paleo libertarian, paleo conservative types. If either one of you were talking to somebody right now after your military experience and your civilian life now, and they're like, "Hey, my kid's getting ready to join," what would you say to them? And there's no wrong answer to this unless it disagrees with mine. So, would you be telling people to let their kids enlist right now, or encouraging their kids to enlist right now, or would you be saying, "Hey, look, it might have been a good experience for me, but I don't know if now's the right time"? Or
Go first, Theory.
yeah, no pressure, Theory.
Thanks. No, I've actually I've thought of this quite often, actually, because my stepdaughter is 15, and you know, she's getting close to the age where it's like, yes, that's very true. Marines are definitely that's very true. But you know, she's getting close to the age now where I'm not gonna really have a say in what she does. You know, when she's 18, she could do what she wants.
Sure.
So I've thought about this quite a bit,
Yeah,
and
I want to be a Marine.
in all, oh no, hell no. But in all honesty, for being, you know, serious about it, I would not really like it. Considering what's going on in the world right now, you know, with the whole Ukraine thing and with, you know, the current administration, you know, I'm not going to get political about it, but you know,
we do all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just it's a shit show all over the place, and the world seems to be burning. And you know, I wouldn't want her or any, you know, I have two daughters. I have a stepdaughter and a biological daughter who's 9, and I wouldn't want either of them to enlist in any branch of service during a time where it's so sensitive with what can happen to tip the scales as far as like a World War III sort of thing, kind of sized event. And at a certain point, I've come to terms with the fact that they're going to do what they want regardless. They're 18. Like I said, if they want to sign a contract, they don't need my signature. Like if they were trying to join right out of high school and they needed me to sign before they graduated, that's a different story. I would not ever endorse that. But if they turned 18 and they thought that it was what they wanted to do and they were dead set, I would let them do it. But I wouldn't want it. I would never encourage it.
So your counsel would be, there are better options.
Yeah. My counsel currently, as of right now, is go to college, get your education, even first, because I didn't join until I was 22. I left for boot camp at 22 years old. So, I had time to go to college and graduate, get a bachelor's degree, and be an officer and little cake eater. And I wouldn't have had to deal with, half the bullshit that I dealt with.
I love the unintended but very accurate jab.
But no, in all seriousness, though, my current counsel as of right now for both of my kids is go to college, get yourself an education. There's a lot of things that can change your mind and a lot of doors that can open with an education that might steer you away from military life. But, ultimately it is their decision. And as a good father, it is my job to be supportive of something that they're passionate enough about doing. And I would feel it's my duty to do that. But would I like it?
Can't even have a serious answer.
So I'll throw my 2 cents in.
I'm of the same mind. I just, you don't want your kids to go in debt, but have a good future. And the military is the best way to get your sex change paid for.
Yes.
So my 2 cents on that is my oldest daughter is 17. She'll be 18 in February. In high school, she's already in what they call her career path is law enforcement. But she wants to be an FBI agent is what she wants to do. So I as a dad, I gave her options of what's going to get her to her ultimate end goal, which is the FBI. So I told her, so she's going to go to college. She's joining National Guard or Army ROTC or Air Force ROTC. And then she's going to go into the Air Force and she's going to do her time in security forces, then criminal investigation division, CID. And then hopefully from there, she'll get recruited into the FBI. My youngest daughter, who is 16, she just turned 16 back in September. She wants to be a combat medic. And then when she gets done being a combat medic, she wants to be a high school history teacher. And I'm like, well, that's two opposite ends of the spectrum. Why do you want to be a combat medic? And her reason behind that is because when she gets out of, the military and she's teaching, if one of her students has an accident and needs CPR or needs whatever, she would be able to help them. So me personally, I'm not going to tell my daughters, no, don't join the military. I did say, no, you're not joining the Marine Corps. I said, but you can go into the Army, Air Force. So I let them decide, and I gave them their best course of action. They are both planning on going to college first and then military. So for me, it's, if you want to go, you go. I'm not going to tell you no, but you got to make sure you're doing it the right way, the right path.
Yeah. And I mean, even to piggyback on that, the benefits that I get, with your GI Bill and all the really great benefits that come from being a veteran, they're great. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of doors that do open, even for if you don't go to college. I didn't go to college before the Marines. I did, but I dropped out. So it was, there are options, and it's great, So would I be opposed, like I said, to them going into the military? No. Like Willis said, the Marine Corps is an absolute negative Ghost Rider. Oh, whoa. Looks like you're about to get sprayed there, bud.
Oh, this is conspiracy kid.
Conspiracy kitty.
He
He
got
likes to
mooned.
come on the show and spread conspiracy theories.
He definitely just showed you his butthole.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think
no,
he's trying to tell me that the hurricane has been influenced by the government's HARP system.
yeah, I've been hearing
not
about
a
that too.
good-
My
that's not-
wife
that's not a
is
conspiracy.
talking about all that right now. She's like, all this stuff that's happening in North Carolina and the lithium mines and this and that. It's all from these hurricanes because the government can take the land if it's deemed as a natural disaster, loss, and they want to expand the mines by 2025 and 2030. And then she tells me about, oh, well, then there's also, Florida is the only state that's keeping Kamala Harris out of the White House. So because the Democrats couldn't shush Trump and they couldn't charge him with the felonies and they couldn't shoot him because they missed twice and this and that. And now they're just trying to take out the state that's keeping Kamala out of the White House. And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Part of me just doesn't give a shit. Like, honestly, at this point in my life, I am so concerned with just me and my family's well-being that all of that shit, I'm just tuning all of that out. Like, I not to be like a conspiracy theorist by any means, but I also don't kind of believe that your vote really matters the way that people say it does. There's been plenty of evidence to show like tampering with voting and this and that, whatever. And it's like, okay, I partially believe that the president is chosen before we were even ever allowed to vote. And that's just something I think about. So it's like, I just
the Wilburns love
care.
your wife already. So
yeah, no, seriously.
They want to know your wife's social media and her YouTube channel because they're gonna want to watch her more than you.
Every fucking morning. No, she's not on social media like that. I mean, she has Facebook and everything, but she doesn't like post anything on like TikToks about. She doesn't talk about none of that kind of shit. But no, like every morning for the last like 3 days, as soon as I open my eyes, she's like searching on her phone and she sees that I'm awake. Like she'll look and it'll be like a super quick turn. And then she's just like, did you know what happened in North Carolina? Did you hear this? And I'm just like, dude, I don't give a shit.
Is she painting your roof blue?
No. Wait, what? I'm confused.
Oh, that was the Maui fires earlier this year. That the homes that were saved all had blue roofs.
Oh God. That's just like what with COVID. Andy Bashir said change your porch lights to green.
Yeah.
To support COVID, and I was just like, the fuck is that gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Green light bulbs are like $20. You can kiss my ass.
Willis, I'll tell you one thing for your daughter that wants to go into law enforcement. The best thing you can do for her, if that's really the course she wants to go, is make her study the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
Mm-hmm.
Memorize it. Freaking-rize it, and understand why it's important.
I think we should have our kids do that regardless of.
I do too. I do too. But having come from almost 13 years in the law enforcement career field and being forced out during COVID because of my stance on COVID, and all of the stuff that was going on during COVID, she is going to need to understand the Constitution and her oath more than she ever did in the military. The military is important, but it's not the same thing as these people who are serving in that law enforcement capacity on the streets. And if she doesn't have a good grasp of that and understand why it's important, then she'll run the risk of. And I'm not saying this about your daughter because obviously I don't know her from Adam, but that's the number one problem in the law enforcement world right now is literally 95 to 98% of them have no idea what they're swearing their oath to when they take that oath to the Constitution and the Republic. And as long as something is made a law, they'll enforce it because, well, it's a law, so it's got to be okay. So really, while you have time.
And if she can give TC a 15-minute head start.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and
no,
Gail, the comment, I was not at all by any means making it seem like I don't care about what's happening in North Carolina. I of course do. I have, my wife's family's there, and I'm heartbroken by everything that's going on. But what I mean is like the conspiracies behind it. Like when people are saying that the government made this hurricane so that way it could wipe out North Carolina, that town, so that way they could take over the land and expand the mines. It's like,
yeah, the
I
lithium.
don't, I don't try to listen to that. Do I care about the
Here's-
fact that
here's-
people have
here's
lost
what I
their
tell
lives?
people about. Here's what I tell people about some of this. Like, I will never deny that COVID was definitely a conspiracy. Maybe not the virus.
Dog's gay.
Maybe not the virus, but all of the stuff around it was. There was a conspiracy, not a theory. It was just a conspiracy. It was. All a conspiracy is a group of people getting together trying to come up with a plan to do something. There was definitely a conspiracy with COVID.
In Vietnam, my government lied to me. You don't think they're going to lie to you today?
Yeah.
The problem is we all, having been in military service, know how well the government really actually works and operates.
Which is not well at all.
Not well at all. They can't do. There's nothing the government does right. Look at the VA.
Well, I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even say they don't do anything right. They do it right. They do it right based off of. I love your tinfoil hat, by the way.
That's Conspiracy Kitty's hat, by the way. That's just
okay. So you know. But I wouldn't say they don't do anything right. I would say that they do it right based off of their agendas, right? They don't do anything right based off of the interests of the American people, in my honest opinion. I think that all politicians, no matter who you are, whether you support Trump, whether you support Kamala, whether you support whatever, Jim from down the street, doesn't matter who's running.
I would actually take Jim from down the street, probably.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I would rather vote for a fucking blade of grass.
As long as you don't vote for Diddy, we'll be all right.
Yeah, no, seriously. And that's another thing that people are, the Diddy thing is a distraction for this hurricane and these hurricanes that are destroying land so the government can take it. And I'm just like, bro, like, stop it. Something's gonna happen, and there's nothing that I can personally do to stop like, I can't just like go up to Florida, go to Tampa, sit on the beach and just be like, stop, and the hurricane's gonna stop. I can't do that. If I could, I would.
And that's what I was getting to is, as inept as we know the government really is at doing anything well, anything. Like in Minnesota, we have 2 seasons. We have road construction and blocked road season. That's it. That's all we have. If as inept as they are, I'm supposed to believe that they can actually fabricate a hurricane strong enough to wipe out an entire state. No, they'll capitalize on the destruction. Absolutely, they'll capitalize on the destruction.
But that's what they're saying that they're doing in North Carolina, is because that town in North Carolina, there was so much rain that it caused that dam to break, and it flooded that whole town. And now it just so happens that somebody on fucking TikTok decided to say, did you know that the mines for lithium are in this town, and it was all the government's doing? And I'm just like, dude.
Perfect example. That dam was probably not built very well because the government picked the lowest bidder to build it. They're not going, in 2024 there's going to be a hurricane.
Yeah. I mean, nobody can tell the future, right? So it's like, certain things are going to happen. Natural disasters happen all over the world every day, all the time.
I agree. Let's get rid of FEMA.
And yeah, FEMA didn't do anything when we lost our place in North Carolina. I lost
FEMA's
a lot.
A joke.
I fell asleep at a Diddy party, and I woke up with my pants unbuttoned and my shoes were off.
Well, first of all, that wasn't a Diddy party. That was last night, and it was you and your cat.
Oh, hell.
And TC was watching.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Oh, shit.
You gotta start a new one. Only
Sky Angel, you don't. No, Sky Angel, we pick on each other out of mutual respect. Don't take it as a
yes.
Yeah. Oh no.
This is how we say we love you.
Oh, geez. No,
Except for the Army.
if I didn't like these guys, I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know.
Everybody knows that, you know, each branch, it's all one team, one fight. But
okay, faggot, what's next?
what it is though is, you know, he's outnumbered 3-1, and yeah,
and yet still holding my own very well. So I mean,
Princess looks more like a prince to me.
So Skipper,
I don't want to know what you're holding. So
you just played Gunny Emery sound, right?
I've got one. Yeah.
Gunny Emery.
What is that?
So Theory was in boot camp with
his
grandson. His
Yeah.
grandson.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy was at my graduation ceremony in California.
I did get to meet him once. I actually made him coffee, and he tipped me pretty well.
I didn't get the chance to meet him. I heard he's a super awesome guy. But yeah, he was his grandson was in my company, and they called him Bolt, and I heard his name once the drill instructors found out who his grandfather was. You can only imagine what they did to him on a hourly basis. Like it was bad. I heard his name. I heard my own name a lot in boot camp, and it was a billion times more than my name. I heard his every time I turned around, it was Bolt, and they just mess with him so much. But yeah, no, he was at my graduation. I didn't get the chance to meet him though. I wanted to, but he was getting flooded with people trying to take pictures and shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm not. I just want to get off the fucking depot as fast as I can.
Yeah,
I do. Could you highlight Aaron Larman's comment, Skipper? Okay, listen up, AA Ron. We have nothing but love for all the branches of the military.
Except the Army.
And we'll even let the Space Force sit at the small kids table.
I don't know about that.
So
as long as they get the small chairs too.
I approached Skipper the other day with the idea that we're going to be doing a monthly veterans panel with all the branches of the military, to include the Brown Water Navy,
Puddle Pirates.
No, that's the Coast Guard.
Yeah, the Brown Water Navy.
The Brown Water Navy.
I've never heard them called the Brown Water Navy.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard them called Puddle Pirates, but not Brown Water Navy.
Yeah, the Brown Water Navy. And we're gonna and that's a shout out to my other show producer, the Angry Vet. If you guys haven't checked out his content, his story about the VA and law enforcement all combined. Great story. But check him out. We're going to be bringing veterans on for a monthly panel where we're going to talk about different issues and
Battle Royal.
And then what we'll do is any proceeds from that show, whatever night we do those shows, any proceeds from those shows will go to a different veteran or a veteran organization.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Skipper, you've got to stop drinking before showtime. Or drink more before showtime.
You get a guy who belonged to a branch of service that was founded in a tavern. You can't tell him to stop drinking.
You know, that's funny though, because you know, we were founded in the tavern, and then they told me I was an alcoholic and I needed to go to detox.
Yeah. When the Marines tell you have a drinking problem, you probably have
a drinking problem. Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I was drinking a fifth of whiskey a night. I had a pretty good drinking problem. So
yeah, but we all have our demons, right?
Yes, sir.
Gosh, what was I gonna? Oh, hey, by the way, since I've got everybody here, and Skipper, I need you to push this out for me. So, back in May, I brought on a young man and woman named Nate and Sam. Sam was arrested on April 27th. Arrested, and you know the story, Skipper. Sam was arrested in her driveway by the Bellevue, Nebraska Police Department for helping her autistic son into the house when he was trying to go past a traffic stop that was taking place on their private property. And on that show, Theory, don't look at me like that. It happened.
Fucking A.
But on that show, when I had them on to talk about their experience with that, Nate proposed to Sam, and it didn't go well for my viewers because she said yes, which I told Nate. I was kind of, part of me was hoping she'd say no live on stream because it would drive up the views. Watch a grown man cry and just clip that out. Will you marry me? No.
that would definitely generate views for sure.
But she did say yes, and they are getting married on Thursday night, and they humbled me, honored me with an invite to their wedding in Nebraska, which is about 6 hours from where I'm at now. And unfortunately, I can't make it, but they've also honored me with the permission to stream their wedding. So I'll be streaming their wedding live on my channel starting at 6:15 on Thursday night.
Nice.
So
congratulations to them.
You will be able to see two liberty-loving patriots get married, and all the wedding came about. In Sam's words, he told me he was never going to get married again, and then he saw me stand up for my son and to the cops, and he said, "I knew she was the one."
That's awesome.
And so that'll be Thursday night on my channel at 6:15. And any proceeds from super chats that night will be going to them when they pay out to as their wedding gift, if we get any. I'm assuming there'll be some, but I don't know. And then I'm also working on putting together a fundraiser for a young man named Chase Johnston, who is looking at 10 years in prison for catching a predator. And Yes, he did a catch a predator thing, and the predator called the cops on him. And instead of arresting the predator, who has a conviction for sexual abuse of minor boys, they arrested Chase, and he's looking at 10 years in prison for that. And we're working. And if you guys, anybody knows anything about how fundraisers go, you have to be very careful about which one you pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, why don't you have it started yet? It's been 3 weeks since he got locked up. And I'm like, because you have to have all your ducks in a row and opening up a separate bank account so that money goes. That was, you're fired. Somebody needs Skipper.
I didn't get a wedding invite, so that night I'll probably be here on the screen or on the stream just by myself dancing.
You could crash my stream. So, but
there you go.
So we're working on putting something together for him and trying to come up with kind of an interesting way to support his kids and his significant other while he's locked up and waiting for his sentencing and whatnot going forward. So it is not an easy process to try to start something like that and put something like that together. And
yeah, did they ever do anything to that predator? Like that
well,
guy?
no, his mistake, Chase's mistake was he told him he was 16 instead of 15. And in Minnesota, the age of consent is 16.
Is 16.
And so it eliminated the ability for them to bring into the court record this guy's criminal convictions, felony convictions.
Oh my God.
That he did time for. Literally did time for.
So he's a repeat offender.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
And he got
no his address.
You can find him on the Minnesota sexual predator offenders list. His name is Richard Paquin, and
oh God.
So
I'm gonna go to a comment that was out there. Majo, Majo, down below said, even as a German, that veteran, I have to fight my demons. Yeah, unfortunately, as veterans, that's something that we have to fight every day. doing this podcast, it helps me minimize my demons. Never eliminates them, but yeah, I feel for all veterans out there, especially, we all do service differently, no matter what branch we are in, whether we're United States military or foreign military. We all, do our service differently, and we all have our own PTS and our demons that creep in. So I just want to give a shout out to you. If you ever need an ear to talk to, you can look me up on all social media, and I'll definitely talk with you. And I put it out there just a minute ago. # be somebody stranger, or be someone stranger. That's something that really resonated with me when my brother told me that the other day, because me and Theory, we're close friends, and I'm not going to come up to him and say, "Hey man, this is what I got going on," just because I know him this much. I don't want him sitting there maybe trying to, maybe judging me, maybe not judging me. But a stranger's not going to judge you. So be someone's stranger. Definitely.
I will go ahead and squash that right now. I would never judge.
Oh, I know you wouldn't.
Well, I mean, that goes for, I'm a person who really believes in the same kind of attitude and action against that is anytime that anybody needs somebody to talk to, like I said earlier, I don't know if I was getting glitchy or not when I said it, but I lost some friends, and they were veterans, to suicide. And I've always been an advocate for, if you need someone to talk to, whether I know you or not, you can just hit me up, and I'll be that ear for you to talk to, because I was one of those guys that ordered that TikTok sweater that says "You are enough" on the front, and on the back it says "The world is a better place with you in it." Or dear person behind you, or person behind me, whatever. The world is a better place with you in it. Love the person in front of you. Mm-hmm. I got so many compliments on that hoodie when I was going through the airport at Louisville, from just random strangers. And I'm a very big advocate of peace, love, and positivity. And I try my best to love everybody and treat everybody with respect. And until you give me a reason not to, right? At that point, it's like, back up. But
by the way, we've got an Aussie SAS vet in the chat under.
I saw that.
Margaret Smith. It's her hubby is her man is commenting under her channel. So our SAS buddies, we did a lot of cross training with you at Fort Bragg. Anybody gave any of the guys at 5th group a run for their crazy money? It was SAS, especially Aussie SAS. Oh, good Lord.
I never got the chance to work with any of them.
Oh, they're good people. Crazy as hell.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Hey, Triggered Andy, if you don't believe me, you can go watch my content as it relates to Chase, and you can watch my interview. I'll put the link up for Skipper to watch, to put up in the chat, or for my mods to put in the chat about Chase's case.
It's so messed up, man.
Chase is an ex-con. Not gonna lie. He reached out to me when I was going through the fight to try and keep my job and whatnot. And when he saw that I had basically been paid a settlement to leave service with the sheriff's office after basically 13 years, he reached out to me and very humbly told me that I was one of the few decent ones that he had ever dealt with, and that he always respected me, and that started a friendship. And he told me about his predator catcher project that he was working on, because he was incarcerated with predators, and he developed a very strong distaste for what he saw from them, which was no remorse. They loved talking about their crimes.
Yeah,
And so
I've heard that too.
When he got out, he decided he was going to do predator catching. And one of the people that he caught in May of 2022 was a deputy from the Olmsted County Sheriff's Office. And he reached out to me and said, "Is this who I think it is?" Skipper, the chat. It's the link to that shows in the chat if you want to put it in the main chat. And I'll put it in mine as well.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that people get
So
caught with.
So he turned, on my advice, he turned him into the local police department, and they advised the sheriff that he worked for. He was advised of the catch.
What?
Yes, he was advised of the catch. The local police department did nothing about it, and the sheriff did nothing about it. He went unchecked for 1.5 years, victimizing other underage girls and females incarcerated in the detention center. And they finally caught him by accident at the end of October of last year. 1.5 years he went.
Jesus.
And the Olmsted County attorney flat out told the media that Chase was a vigilante and he would never use any of the evidence that Chase ever brought. Ever.
Yeah,
that's when they went after him for catching this other guy. And they made an example of him. It's retaliatory.
Yeah, that's
retaliatory.
corruption at the highest level. And
Chase will admit Chase will admit he yelled at the guy a lot and pushed him once. That is not a 10-year sentence.
No, definitely not. He probably won't get 10 years, but that's probably.
Oh, they're working very hard to throw the book at him. So.
That's messed up.
And the reason why this is so important here, and Skipper knows this, and I'll not make it about me after this. The reason why this is so important is back in May, on May 18th of this year, a Minnesota State Patrol trooper driving at 87 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone T-boned a car, killing an 18-year-old girl 2 weeks before her graduation. Has not done a day in jail yet while he's waiting to go to trial.
That's crazy.
With the same county attorney who is trying to throw Chase in jail for 10 years. The predator that he caught is from the town this girl grew up in. So now, on top of that, we had another state patrol officer in the city of Rochester 3 weeks ago today involved in another accident that the Rochester Police Department is investigating, and they still haven't released any conclusions to this accident, and it's a simple one. So when I tell people that there's something going on with Chase's case, it's retaliatory. And Chase will flat out admit he did not handle himself perfectly. But that does not justify what they're doing to him. So I appreciate what you're saying that, oh, come on, he caught a predator, but there's something. Yeah, there is more to the story. They're covering up.
Yeah.
That they're silencing him for catching a deputy.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing. And they would not allow any of that into court.
That's crazy.
That's messed
sorry.
up.
That's not it's enough about me.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Willis, I really like what your motivation for starting and what going in, and then like you do this, you reach out to meet theory, and you reach out and you bring him on, and you talk to him more. But what can Veteran Nation do? What can MBRR Pod do to help you grow yours? I mean, obviously we can share your content, we can talk to you here, we can tell people about you, but like you're trying to help people get connected with charities and other activities that are going on. What can we do to help you spread that message? Because as you know, that's, from our channel, veterans are huge for us.
Right.
They're huge for me. What's something that we can do to make that an easier time for you? Because we know you Marines need all the help you can get.
So me being on your platform, just like I am right now, is getting the message out there. And what we mainly do, on Homefront Sitrep is the making those connections, whether, you got a equine assisted down in Florida, and we get them connected with, somebody like this equine therapy. Virginia. So we make those connections, not just for veteran to veteran, but we also do, veteran singers to singers, the veteran VSOs to other VSOs around the country. Me being on here and talking about Homefront Sitrep with the people that are in your chat, that's in your world, that don't know about my little corner of the world. That's a big thing for me, and I appreciate and thank you guys very much for having me on here to talk about Homefront Sitrep and what we do, and sharing my stuff. I'll share your stuff. I think that's how we can work together. And if you guys want to come on the tip of the spear that we do at the end of the month, on the last Wednesday of the month, we have, like right now, we have 15 different veteran podcasters on there, and it's a round table where we talk about anything goes. So if you want to jump on that,
Okay, careful what you ask for.
hey, trust me, it's all fun. Milda Vets, Chris Elder with Milda Vets is on there. Yogi, his co-host, is on there with me, and Rich LaMonica, the Boys from Triple Threat Vets podcast. We've got this collective of like-minded veteran podcasters where we want to help one veteran a day. That's our mission, is help one veteran a day. And then, when we do the podcast, we got 60, 70, 80 to 100 people that come on and watch and interact. We might hit that one veteran, but what about all the veterans that don't step up and say, hey, you guys help me? So that you always got to look at it that way. You might get that one, but then again, you might have 20 behind the scenes that you don't know about. So just being on here and talking with you guys and interacting with your people that are watching, your faithful followers and stuff like that, it's more than enough, my friend.
Yeah. I tell people, ask me all the time, like, how do I talk to, it's, Theory, you mentioned earlier about, like, you're kind of sick of the two-party system, basically, is what you're saying. It's like, right now, I don't know who, if anybody, I should trust any of them.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of people ask me that, how do I reach somebody who thinks that the only options that they have are, X, Y, or Z for candidates, or whatever the case might be. And I tell them all the time, and this, Willis, this kind of goes to what you were saying. You never know if the person you're talking to is actually the person that's hearing you. Sometimes, especially in the case of vets, it's not the vet you're talking to. It might be the vet that's listening in, that's impacted by what you're saying, who overhears the plea with, like, look, your life is important, your life is precious, and I'm here for you. And all of a sudden, whether you're doing activism, accountability activism, like I'm doing and promoting that and think local stuff, or it's veteran outreach, you just don't know who you're impacting. And that's, that's what matters, is that you don't stop, silence your voice, because all of a sudden you feel like you're not reaching anybody. Like, why do I bother trying? And I know we all have those days. So I really appreciated the way you put that, is like, you don't know who, you don't know how often. So
yeah, that's a big thing with me with my music too. And what really kind of pushes me towards that mindset is, I could get hundreds of thousands of streams, and maybe only a select amount of those people are people who are literally going through something that maybe that song like Rain or Falling from Grace or another deeper song that I have, in the vault, something that might have helped. I've messages from random strangers before that have DM'd my Theory page on Instagram and on Facebook that have been like, this song helped me, like, through my day to day. I just want to let you know I was having a really shit day and this song got me through it. And, getting stuff like that is really, really cool, because, I don't know these people. They could be on the other side of the world. And you never know, like you said, you never know who you're impacting. It might not be your target audience who you're speaking to directly, but, somebody going through the same thing. And that's why I harp a lot on following your dreams and doing what you love and being unapologetically yourself, because things with being unapologetically you will help other people realize that they can do the same thing. And like I tell my daughter all the time, if I can influence somebody to do what they love to do, and to be themselves and to chase after their dream and what they want to do with their life, no matter what it may be. If I can influence one person to do that, then that makes what I do, makes me feel like what I do is worth it at that point. So I try to make the music to help people and to really kind of spread a positive message. So
Well, it's I try to have an impact on people through my content. And normally when you say, just be you, a lot of times if I just be me, people will realize there's hope for losers. So, oh, come on, man. That one fell so flat. You Marines are like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Is that
self-deprecating humor is my thing. Like you said, just be you. What I am you. People realize there's hope. Never mind. When you got to explain it, you sound like Skipper.
No, I got it. I just wanted to see you flustered. It was really funny.
No, hey Skipper, I'm sending you a video.
So one thing I did do is a lot of your guys' links. We've got like 200 people right now watching on Twitter. So I've already tweeted out as a response to our initial tweet where this is at, a lot of your guys' links. So the people on Twitter, that's where you'll find those links. Just go, the stream, it's right underneath that. So you'll be able to find all these guys.
Awesome. Hey, Gil, I'll check his channel out and reach out to him.
Skipper, before you play Life of the Party, I do need you to put up the video I just sent you in Messenger.
Okay.
It's very important.
Y'all are wanting to get some West Coast love here, huh?
Right. I asked him to play it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. It's
I know. I groove to it, man.
It's got that old school 90s West Coast G-funk kind of sound to it. It was cool.
This just happened in my back. Now you know why I get so pissy.
Oh God.
Fucking cats.
Damn cat. He
you
looked right at my camera too.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, I know you were watching.
Yeah. No, that happens with my dogs all the time. I actually had to turn my Vivint camera on my back door. I had to turn the sensitivity down to like barely any and program it to do it only on a certain time of day to where the sensitivity is really high. And that's when it's overnight. So the dogs aren't outside, because every fucking 20 seconds I was getting a notification that my stupid dog, one of the 3 that I have that are all equally stupid, were running past the door and looking at the camera and then running again. And because they would hear the little so then they would freak out at it and run back and forth and get the zoomies.
You should see the video of me. I put a short up of me confronting a possum.
No,
nice.
What did I title that? I don't even remember. I think I made a joke out of it. Well, of course, shock. Where's it? Shocking video. Cop searches property. Owner fights back, and it was the possum.
God.
Nice.
No, I don't have any kind of footage except what was it? I came out of the studio one night and I have like $20,000 worth of equipment in my studio.
Yeah, I probably should not have said that live on stream.
That's okay. I am more than protected. So fuck around and find out, please.
It's hey, here when I'm on, it's cluck around and find out. So
cluck around and find out for the chicken guy. Yeah. So no, I have a camera by on the shed, so that way it points towards the door. So if you come within like 75 feet of the shed's door, like it lets me know. And I have a bunch of like door sensors and whatnot, so we're good. But I was coming out of the studio one day, And I just, for whatever stupid reason in my stupid brain, decided to forget that I didn't have a camera there, and I ripped ass so loud, and it let my camera sensor off. It was so loud, and my wife found the clip on the Vivint app, and she posted it to Facebook.
Oh hell!
And she's like, "Guess what? I caught my husband doing." I was like, "Why would you rat me out like that? That's messed up." Like,
that's what wives do, bro.
She just put my whole business out there. I was like, all right. But I owned it. I was like, yeah, that was me. And it was real. What's up?
No, AVA, it was not a dad joke. It was a chicken joke. It was cluck around and find out or flock around and find out. That's what you're getting from me. So give us an intro to your an intro to Life of the Party so that we can play that before everybody.
Should we actually play the song out instead of our outro? We'll play the song as our out.
That's up to you guys. I don't care how you do it.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. So I mean, Life of the Party. It was a more recent song. The one of the owners of the label that I'm signed to, Big Homies Records. Shout out to Chico Lemus. And he actually, we had this producer that lives out in Las Vegas. His name is Meek. Shout out to Meek as well. He's super talented producer, but he made these beats and he sent me 4 of them. And I only liked this one. Not saying that the other 3 weren't good. They were good, but
well, you were with Big Homie Records. So
yeah, right. I'm fired tomorrow. No, they love me. But no, Mika's he's an independent producer. He's just kind of like a friend of the owners and of all of us. But he sent me these 4 beats, and I chose this one, and I immediately fell in love with it because it was a very old school kind of West Coast thing, and I didn't really have any songs that had that kind of vibe. So I was really excited to do it, and I wrote to it, and I had my roommate Berserk. He's on the song too on the second verse. And then the guy who sings the hook, he's a good friend of mine, his another fellow artist. His name's Lamondo Carter. Very, very talented, older guy, but he's got a very soulful voice. Sounds kind of like Nate Dogg. So it's a West Coast bop. It's a party song. You know, I don't drink or smoke weed anymore, so it's like, you know, kind of reminiscent of those days, you know, when I was doing it and living it up and whatnot. So, but it's a fun song. You guys will enjoy it.
Good night, Belinda.
And again, before everybody leaves, I want to thank you guys for having me and Willis for thinking of me. Thank you so much. You guys, I'm looking forward to more often in the future. Hopefully this isn't the last time. And to everybody watching, thank you for all the love on the music, and thank you for the follows and the support. It means more to me than you will ever know. So we're starting to get ready for real. Be a big fucking.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show, but we're going to play this song as we get out of here. But I want to thank all of our guests. I want to thank Willis. I want to thank Theory. As always, I want to thank my stupendous co-host, TC. And yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Remember, you can go to Veteran Nation Foundation. You can buy some of our merch. We are a 501c3. A little bit of that merch comes back to us, and we're able to help other veterans. So thank you again. And as usual, thank you for being worth serving.
homies in the backseat, riding down a 6-4, bumping to the backbeat. Got a couple bottles, marijuana and a glass piece. Wherever we go, we bout to run it like a track meet. But it's 9 o'clock, time to head to where the party at. Cause shit, I'm trying to get drunk, roll a blunt, light it up, smelling loud when I pull up on the scene. All the bad bitches crowd, run a boy, I'm a fiend for the yeah, and they know it. A couple of them freaks, and I'm trying to let them show it. Got one grinding on my waist, I ain't hitting till you blow it. But I promise when I get inside, ain't gon' be no slowing down. Split it, then I hit the town, bar hopping, y'all know what I'm trying to do. Check my phone, I don't even know who I'm replying to. Roll another blunt, homie, tell me where we flying to. Trying to keep it going for another night or two, yeah.
You know, we the life of the party, and you know, we about to get it started. You know, the ladies sipping on Bacardi, cause you know,
yeah,
we the life of the party.
Well, you know it's just the same shit, different day. Yeah. Jump in on my shoes, about to fly away. I'ma drink away the blues with the Alizé. Sipping to the rate, no clue what I'm trying to say. Outside with the team like your boy Hank, and you know we got it lit like propane. From the east side all the way to Spokane. Everybody moving, yeah, we bring it back the Soul Train. Said they wanna catch a vibe, say less. Got the game still tight, yeah, we stay fresh. What they about to do next, but they can't guess. At the bar, ain't about to blow the whole paycheck. Tell a petty hater stay in their lane. Can't admit they dig the boy, throwing dirt on my name. When I hit a fill a void with impeccable aim, they wanna do it like me, but it just ain't the same. And I ain't gotta explain, cause
you know, we the life of the party, and you know, we about to get it started. You know, the ladies sipping on Bacardi, cause you know, we the life of the party. You know, we the life of the party, and you know, we about to get it started.